What up, what up, what's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52, just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word. You hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me, baby. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of whoever. You might be a fan of the Steelers, you might be a fan of the Browns. You might be a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs. Hit that like button anyway. Hit that subscribe button anyway, because we talk football, period. Now, I'm talking lower than I normally do because it's late. And at my house, I got kids. So I'm not trying to wake them up at all. But as you know what we finna talk about. We finna talk about this game where our Baltimore Ravens lost 34-20. And this was a loss. This loss came from many directions. This was a team. You know how they say a team win. This was a team loss. This was a team loss from the top to the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start it off. Matter of fact, we're gonna start it off with the defense first, because I got more to say about the offense. But we're gonna start off with the defense first. The defense didn't play good, but at the same time, people gotta understand going against this offense is tough. It's tough. You're not gonna shut these people down. They got too many weapons. They have too smart of a coach, and they just, like I said, got too many weapons, man. So you're not gonna just shut them down. You could try to slow them down, but it was we threw everything we had at them. We couldn't do nothing with Patrick Mahomes today. We couldn't do nothing with none of their receivers. We couldn't. I mean, Marcus Peters had a rough night tonight. Everybody was talking about Anthony Avery and stuff like that, but Marcus Peters had a rough night tonight. Um, Marlon gave up a few plays, gave up a big play, but luckily the receiver dropped the ball. I mean, Pat Mahomes was really just doing whatever he wanted to do against us. Patrick Queen was out there looking lost a few plays. I remember I seen a play where they motioned the running back out, and Patrick Queen was just like he didn't know where to go, man. I mean, his youth kind of showed in this game. So I'm not gonna be too hard on Patrick Queen, because he kind of learning on the ropes, especially after not having a preseason and stuff like that. But the veterans got to tie down and help him out a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? If you see him out of place or see him, help him out. That's a youngster. That's a youngster starting from day one with no preseason and no OTAs. Um, the run defense did pretty good, but I mean, it didn't really matter when you give up 385 yards and 4 touchdowns. It was Pat Mahomes went 31 for 42. We couldn't do anything to really stop this guy. I mean, he just really just was airing it out, and that's just the honest truth. We tackled horribly today. We didn't tackle good at all. It was a lot of shoulder hits. It was no wrapping up. That is not how you're taught to tackle. I don't know what was going on with that right there, but we did not tackle well. We tackled very, very bad in this game right here, man. There's a lot of things that could have been avoided if we would have just did the proper procedure of tackling somebody. There's a lot of things that could have been avoided in this. As far as with that, with the coverage thing, it looked like we couldn't do anything to stop that. Well, we could have did something. I know our pass rush was not getting anything like they haven't been all season long, and we were sending the blitz, but the blitz was biting us on the butt, and it really got to the point where I'm like, we gotta stop blitzing. I mean, we was blitzing and blitzing and blitzing, and they was hitting us with screens, hitting us with this misdirection. They was like, this is too smart of a coaching staff, too smart of a player, and Pat Mahomes to keep sending these blitzes like we playing Baker Mayfield. This ain't Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? Pat gonna see it and he gonna call the right thing. We can't just keep sending them blitzes like that. Um, of course, the defense had a hard time too, also because the offense wasn't sustaining drives long at all. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. But I wanna I went head first at this guy last game, and I'm gonna go head first at him again. Matthew Judon. You say you want the money. You say you want 20 something million. You want Von Miller type money and stuff like that. Um, Guess how many sacks Matthew Judon got this season so far after 3 games? He he can't win one-on-one battles to me. And then when he do get close, he whiff on it. He don't get the sack. He just don't get it. I mean, I seen them doing extra stuff with Judon to try to get some pressure. Judon is just not that type of player. He's not a top tier pass rusher, and that's just honest. I mean, he's showing us. He kind of showed us last year because most of his sacks came off a tight end trying to block him. And if you're an outside linebacker and a tight end can block you, then you need to go home. But he's supposed to be a pass rush specialist. This is something that he's supposed to be the best at, and really, I can't. He's not the best at it right now. I can't really tell who the best at pass rushing right now because the pass rush is so bad. I mean, Bowser had a couple of plays where he got off the line pretty good and stuff like that, but still, we didn't sack Mahomes one time. Not one time did we sack Mahomes today. And another thing, man, I want to call out Don Wink Martindale on a play. On one of those touchdowns, I think it was the touchdown before the half. It was 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. Now, I just want to know: is it a bright idea to y'all after a 3rd and 14? Is it a bright idea to blitz your best cover corner when it's a 3rd and 14? He blitzed Marlon Humphrey on a 3rd and 14 play. Marlon got the hit. He didn't get the sack. He got the hit, but we gave up a touchdown. And that was just like, when I was looking at that, I was like, that's crazy. Like 3rd and 14 and we blitzed Marlon Humphrey. I never liked it. I didn't like it when he was doing it last year when he was blitzing Marlon Humphrey. That's something I really didn't care about. But it is what it is. To me personally, this game right here, we got outcoached. We got outplayed. We got outcoached. They was ready and we wasn't. That's just flat out the truth. That's just flat out the truth. Nobody came to play. The only person that came to play on defense to me, and this is my honest opinion, the only person that came to really, really play, it's 2 people that came to play. They played decent. Calais Campbell and L.J. Fort. They was the only ones that kind of came like they was ready to play tonight. But for everybody else, they did not come to play tonight. I don't know what was going on. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed or what. I don't know what was going on. But they did not come to play tonight. So now we're going to talk about the offense. Like I said, y'all, I usually be louder than this, but it's late and my kids sleep, so I'm not trying to wake them up. But let's talk about this offense, man. First of all, this is the 2nd week in a row where I seen Lamar demeanor just so kind of frustrated and kind of nasty, man. Like he's frustrated about some stuff, and I don't know what to say about that, man. It's just it gave me them Tennessee Titan vibes every time I see his demeanor like that, because that's how his demeanor was against the Titans. But first thing first with the offense, man. We gonna go and call it out at the beginning. Greg Roman play calling this season has been suspect all season long so far. Yeah, we won the first 2 games, but that was against the Cleveland Browns and that was against the Houston Texans. So I'm not feeling too hot about them games, even though we did what we supposed to do. Greg Roman didn't call, he called some suspect calls in them games. He called suspect calls in this game today. In the first half, first possession of the game, we ran the ball good down the field the whole drive. And when we got to the red zone, I think we passed 3 times in a row. Why? I never know. Why? If it's it happened last year when we played Kansas City. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We abandoned the run in the first half, and that was the problem. That's why our defense had such a hard time. People got to remember that what made us so good last year was because we was running the ball well, and we was keeping the other team offense possessions limited. We was keeping the other team offense on the sideline for a long time. and it threw off the other team offense. It was hard for the other team to get in rhythm because they was barely getting the ball. And that's something that we wasn't doing in the first half. We wasn't running the ball. We did that last week. We did that the week before last. We not playing our type of football, and Greg Roman is not playing calling the plays to our strength. I mean, just think about it, man. Like, I really hate that option. Not the read option, but just that regular option play that he called where he got us going to the outside and got Lamar pitching the ball. I don't like that play call. I don't know why he started calling it so much, but we got to just scrap it. We got to scrap that play. That play needs to go somewhere else. The RPO game. I mean, we didn't. I ain't even see the play where this whole season. I haven't even seen the play where we'll do a RPO play and have Mark Andrews come underneath, and that play like last year was like 100%. Linebacker get sucked in. Well, I seen him run it one time. That's when their linebacker made that one good play on the ball. But we just really didn't play our style of football. The offensive line didn't play too well, but at the same time, we was doing the same thing we did last week. We was being one dimensional for the first half, and Lamar was not having a good game either. Lamar is not escaping this lashing either. Lamar played bad. Lamar played terrible. Lamar missed a lot of passes. He was short. He was, low on some passes. He was behind on some passes. Them 2 deep balls to Hollywood were touchdowns, and he missed. So I need Lamar and the quarterback coach and, to get back in the lab and get whatever went wrong tonight right. Because if we want to go deep into the playoffs and hopefully get a Super Bowl, we're going to need Lamar to be able to make those type of passes. When Lamar can make those type of passes, there's nothing you can do against the offense, especially when we run the ball well. So, I mean, to me, like I said, man, this game we got outplayed and we mainly most definitely got outcoached because that game that Greg Roman called today was terrible. And then if you look at the drive in the second half when we got the fumble, guess what we did? We started running the ball. And we started giving Gus Edwards the ball, which I believe, I love Mark Ingram. And Mark Ingram is an inspirational leader. But it looked like Mark Ingram is not getting it done right now. I mean, I don't know if that calf injury really did him bad or his age, but he's not getting it done right now, man. And Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins is looking more efficient than Mark Ingram. And I was saying it during the game that we need to start giving Gus the ball more. We need to start giving J.K. the ball more because they making plays, man. It was a play where Lamar pitched the ball, which I never want to see Lamar do again. In the midst of getting tackled, he pitched the ball to J.K. Supposed to be a tackle for a loss, but J.K. wiggled up out there and got the first down. And we all seen what Gus Edwards did when they started giving him the ball. He started getting like 5 yards a pop. Let me look. He started getting like 5 yards a pop, man. He started getting like 5 yards a pop. Gus Edwards only got 4 carries, and he got 9.8 yards per carry. Why? Like, Gus Edwards, ever since we put Gus Edwards in the game, well, in the lineup 2 years ago, he's averaged like 5 yards a carry, 5-6 yards a carry. We got to get that man involved. We got to get J.K. involved. I mean, like I said, I love Mark, but we can't be being emotional about this thing and thinking about folks' feelings and stuff like that. Whoever's the hot hand is the hot hand. That's supposed to be the beauty of having 3 running backs. Did you see Pittsburgh? I mean, Benny Snell played good one week, then Connor played good the next week, and then they was giving it to the other guy. Whoever the hot hand is, feed it to the hot hand, man. It is what it is. Mark is a good teammate. He'll understand it. But we most definitely got to get back to playing our type of football, which is clock control and running. We're not a throw first team. We're not. It's just that simple. We're not a first throw team. We never have been. We wasn't last year. We wasn't the year before that. We're not a throw first team. I don't know if they trying to prove a point with Lamar and saying like, look, our quarterback really can do this, which I know he can pass the ball, but that's not good for the team. We need to stick to what made us great last year. and run the football. We did pretty much the same thing we did when we lost to the Tennessee Titans. When we lost to the Tennessee Titans, what happened? We didn't run the football. When we lost to the Kansas City Chiefs last year, what happened? We didn't run the football. When we lost to the Cleveland Browns, what happened? We didn't run the football. So, do y'all see the common denominator in those losses? Tonight lost too. We didn't stick to what made us great. We didn't do it the first 2 weeks, but reality is the first two games, them two teams we played, we just flat out better than them. We just flat out more talented than them. But as you can see, just being better than somebody, just being more talented than somebody, can only take you so far. We gotta make more. We gotta make better coaching moves. And I'm gonna say this too, and I've been saying this. I believe honestly, if we have an early exit out of the playoffs, and God forbid if we don't make the playoffs, then Harbaugh and his staff will be out the door. Because one thing y'all gotta remember, and I stress this all the time, Ozzie Newsome hired John Harbaugh. And Ozzie Newsome ain't the GM no more. Eric DeCosta is the GM now. And if you notice anything about Eric DeCosta in his time of being the GM for the Baltimore Ravens, is he's a lot more cutthroat than Ozzie. Ozzie will let people linger and hang around. Eric is a little bit more cutthroat if you look at how he did things with his players and stuff like that. One more thing, man. Mark Andrews had a terrible game. Mark Andrews couldn't catch nothing. I don't know what's going on with dude. But he just couldn't catch nothing, man. He was dropping balls left to right. And just collectively, this was a terrible game by our Baltimore Ravens. From the players to the coaches, we did not show up. We did not show up. We came out there like we were scared of Kansas City. Like we were scared of Patrick Mahomes. John Harbaugh looked across the sideline, and he was Coach Clive. What's his name? Coach Clive from Waterboy, and he was looking at Big Red. If you've seen Waterboy, you know what I'm talking about. He was looking at Big Red, and he was Coach Klein. He was scared, and I mean that's just pretty much it, man. But anyway, that's my thoughts about the game. That's pretty much it. Our offense played bad. Our defense played bad. Our offense didn't help our defense at all because me personally, I knew this wasn't gonna be a game where our defense was gonna just shine because they playing against Kansas City. Kansas City is a tough team to stop. But this was our game where our offense supposed to be like, we can score too. We can do this too. But we're going to keep you on the sideline while we do it. But we didn't do that. We abandoned anything that made us great in that first half and then tried to do it in the third quarter. Got good results, but it was too late. It was too late. So, anyway, I'm ready to see what these adjustments like. I'm ready to see what type of game Greg Roman is going to call against Washington. I want to see Lamar's demeanor. Because these past 2 weeks, Lamar's demeanor hasn't been like, he hasn't smiled. I haven't seen Lamar smile in 2 weeks. So I'll be looking out for stuff like that. But anyway, man, y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments how y'all feel about the game and how stuff went. Y'all drop in the comments how y'all feel about this upcoming game. I'm kind of drained from hollering at the TV, man. I'm hurt by this, man. But at the same time, we need this type of humble pie. If you remember last year, week 3, we took a loss. Week 4, we took a loss. And then we went on our run. Hopefully, we won't have to take 2 losses for it. Hopefully, this is an eye-opener. Because, that's why I hate when we're favorites. Everybody picked us to win tonight. And we lost. But I'd rather us be the underdog. I'd rather us get a taste of humble pie. Because this was a real taste of humble pie. Because I said it to somebody today. Kansas City and Baltimore, we up here and everybody else down here. Not tonight. Kansas City right here. We right here. And everybody else down there. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel, man. Y'all hit me up on Facebook, what's the B word? Hit me up on Instagram, what's the B word 52? Hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. Flock, I love y'all. We almost at 1,000 subscribers. When we get to 1,000, baby, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna buy two more of these, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. So y'all click that thumbs up. Y'all share the video. Y'all get me to 1,000, man. And I'll see y'all next time.